Hello everyone. Today I'm going to show you how to put a set of quick detachable super swivels or sling swivels on your Maverick 88. Now I've done this already on my 18-inch 6-shot Maverick 88 here, as you can see. And I used a set of swivels that were meant for a rifle. They're from the Allen Company, and they're perfectly fine. They're great swivels, but they weren't made for this gun, which means I had to modify the mounting screw on the barrel lug quite a bit to get it to fit correctly. So what I did in this case is I went and got a set specifically made for this gun. It's actually made for the Maverick 88 and the 500 Mossbergs, and it's Uncle Mike's 1531-2 for 1-inch slings. So this is a 1-inch sling kit, and I'm going to put it on this Maverick 88 with a 20-inch barrel. That's the 8-shot version, and you know, show you how to do all that. All right, this gun's been safety checked. The magazine is empty, and you know, basically never ever work on a weapon with ammunition in it. So just make sure my magazine tube is all the way to the end empty, and the barrel is also empty, and there's no possible way of discharging this firearm accidentally. Now, if you see this weapon, you'll see that I actually have a 5-point shotgun barrel mount here. This is actually it mimics 3 Picatinny rails, but you can actually mount things on it in 5 different positions. Now, it does have a sling hook on it that I put on it, and that's one option for you. You could put your front sling on a sling hook right there. I'm not going to do that. I'm putting my sling right on the barrel lug, and on my Maverick 88, it actually already is drilled out and threaded. Okay, so that's where we're going to go with that. And on the aft end, we see that it has a little notch cut out where the barrel sling will actually go into. So we're going to go at that also as well. Now we're going to use the drill on that, and I'm just going to screw it in on this side. All right, I'm supporting the gun using a wood clamp. It's just a normal everyday wood clamp. It's got rubber tips on it, so when I'm holding the receiver with it, it doesn't mar it. And this is the stock end of the Maverick. Now you'll see that there's a square area there cut out, I think primarily to put the sling into. And at this point, I mean, the swivel set for the sling, and it's not marked. It's basically, you just have to get it in the center. Now I could guess what the center is, but I'm just going to use my straight edge and a pencil and just mark an X on it from one corner to the next, like that. And like that. Well, that wasn't the greatest. Let's try that again. That's better. Okay, so more or less have the center here. Next, I'm going to use a center punch to put a little hole right in the center. That'll help guide my pilot hole that I'm going to use the drill to drill out, and then we'll go from there. All right, now I'm going to use my center punch. This is an automatic center punch. There's different kinds. There's a standard center punch that you need to put on there, and you can just use a hammer on. But this one, all you need to do is put it on the mark where you want it, right where I want it, like that, and then basically push down until it clicks. And there we go. There's the guide hole for the anchor screw. So next I'm going to use the drill bit to go into that in the proper angle. And what I mean by a proper angle is this. You see that obviously the buttstock has an angle. So what you want to do is you want the drill to go in at a 90 degree to the surface. Okay? And you're going to have to eyeball that, or if you have a if you're lucky enough to have a drill press, you could actually use that to get it perfect. But you can eyeball it pretty well without much issue. So you want to get it straight in that way at a 90 degree angle. So that's what I'm going to do next. So I'm going to start this pilot hole with a 5/84 drill bit, and I'm going to put it in the entire way. I'm just using my cordless here. Now eyeball it, make sure I get it a nice straight angle on that. And it is plastic, so you don't have to go too crazy on how hard you press. Get some of that garbage out of the plastic. Do you want a little more? Seems to gum up with that plastic. Well, all right. I went down the full length, which is, if you can look there, about an inch, inch and a half maybe. Let me see exactly. There we go. So an inch and 2/4 or an inch. Yeah, there we go. Right there. That's how deep I went into it. And I seem to have gone through the entire edge of that stock because it released when I went all the way down. So go at least that deep. Next we're going to use a different size or a larger size drill bit to bore that out even further to put the anchor bolt into that. Okay, so there's the anchor bolt, and I'm using my calipers to get the inside diameter of that screw. Actually, it's not a bolt, it's a screw. And the inside diameter is 5/32. So the reason I want to use that is because I want the threads to actually bite into the plastic. I don't want to drill out the hole so big that there's nothing for the threads to actually bite into. And the inside diameter, again, is, well, I had 5/32. You could actually squeeze it down to 19/128, but I'm just going to let it go, and there it is, 5/32. So I'm going to use the 5/32 drill bit next to open up that hole. Okay, I put a little piece of tape around the drill bit just to mark how deep the other one went, and to help me not go too far. So it's a handy little thing to do, and I suggest you do it as well. So there's the measurement that I used. Next, we're going to go into that hole and drill out the final bore for that screw or stud. There we go. Looking good. The good thing here is keep it smaller than the actual stud, and you can always make it bigger if it's too small, right? So yeah, that looks a little small, but I'm just going to work that stud into that hole. There is a white washer that came with the kit, which I'm going to put in front of that screw like this. All right, I put the swivel stud on the actual screw itself to help me use as a handle to screw that screw in. So let me turn this around so you can see how it's going in. And it seems to be going in okay, right there. So I'm just going to turn it until it goes all the way down. Now I haven't put my little washer on there yet, but I'm going to do that in a second. I just want to establish the thread. That's pretty good right there. So unscrew it and put the white washer back in now. And I didn't go all the way down because I don't want to, I want to keep the hole as fresh as possible. So now we have the little white washer in there. And just use the sling. There we go. Like that. To screw it down and in. And it's pretty tight. That's a good thing though, because you don't want these things to come off, right? This is a 12 gauge shotgun. There it is. Nice and tight and solid. Okay, so there's the buttstock swivel end. Now, these swivels are kind of neat in a way. First, they detach easily just by pressing like that and lifting the side. See if I can get you a better angle on that. Lifting the little clip, right? But once you have them in, if you screw them down like this, you lock them. And then they don't come out. They won't be able to come out accidentally. So basically turn it clockwise all the way down. And at a certain point it just stops, or well, it doesn't stop, it just keeps spinning. But now you can't unlock it. That locks the swivel end. So there's a rear one put in. Now we'll move to the front. And that's the barrel lug where I'm going to put it. Like I said, if you have this system here, you could just mount it onto that 5-point magazine ring. But you know, we're not doing that today. We're going to use the actual hardware that came in this kit. So next we're going to just thread that stud into the barrel lug. Now they did give me some thread locker with it, and I'm going to just soak the outside edge of that with some of this, and then screw that in. Then they say to just leave it alone for 24 hours and then you're done. So just basically at this point you just thread this in, and it's actually machined quite well here because it stops right at the right angle for that to be in the correct place for that stud. So I'm really quite happy with that Mike's 1531-2 because it seems to be working just perfectly here. And then we put the stud on it. Now I haven't put the Loctite in there yet, but I will put it in. I'm just doing this for brevity's sake. And show you how it all fits. Then just lock down the stud, and there we go. And there it is, right there. So once I put the thread locker in, then we'll go from that as far as you know, keeping it nice and tight. And next we've got to put on the sling, and I'll show you what that looks like when we're done. Just want to do a quick close-up on the actual swivels themselves and how they operate. And basically here what you do is you push down and then move the little latch out of the way at the bottom. So you get some more contrast here. Like that. There you go. And now it's open. Now again, or do the reverse just to close it, and then to lock it just turn the swivel clockwise, the knob on top of the screw clockwise down like that. Now you can't accidentally open it. Now you can still pull on it and probably, nope, you can't even pull on it to unlock it. So it's a really good design. So there's locked, unscrew to unlock, and then push down to unlatch like that. Alright, here's what it looks like on the front. The swivels are fully attached and it's in the right angle. Now if you can't get the right angle, you can just use a 5/16 wrench. I think it's 5/16 or 8. Used an 8mm will work as well. Yeah, 5/16 right there, and that'll fit around the cutout on the edge of that stud to screw it down. Now you don't want to put it too tight because it'll make it impossible for you to take the barrel off. Again, you could always use the wrench again to get it off. But anyway, this is the 1531 kit, and there are other kits that are about $10 more that have a swivel built into the front piece of the lug bolt for the barrel, the barrel bolt or magazine bolt. Basically, that'll give you the freedom for it to swivel around. I don't really care. It's pretty steady and strong right there, and I like the way it looks. Now let's go back to the rear of the gun, the butt, and there's the swivel on the butt end of the gun. See if you can see that. Yeah. There you go, right there. And just an overview of it there, and you can see it. Again, it's locked down as well. And next, all you got to do is put on the sling. We're done. All right, once you got your swivels on your sling, like I do, then it's just simple. You just put it in through the hole, put the lever over, lock it down. 1. And 2. Lock that one down too. And there you go. That's how you put the quick detachable super swivels from Uncle Mike's. This is the 1531-2 for 1-inch slings kit. And I'll put the link for that on the at Amazon on the video description. That's it for my video. Thank you very much for watching. If you like this video and it helped you out in some way, do me a favor, click on the like button right down here. And you know, if you wish to subscribe to my channel, just click on this link up here. And that should subscribe you to the Richard Lloyd channel, or Richard Lloyd USA channel. Okay, again, thank you very much for your time and watching.